my name's Amy Sugarman, and I blog at sugarysweets.com. I'm a mom of 4 kids, and I'm here at Claredale Farms to learn all about dairy.
Hi, my name is Frank Burkett. I'm manager and part owner at Claredale Farms, and we're certainly excited to have you here with us today, Amy, and looking forward to showing her our 5th generation dairy farm.
So here we are, Frank, in your main barn. How many cows do you have in here?
This barn holds 400 cows. It's called a freestall barn. The freestall is actually what we would think of as a bed. 4 rows of stalls is what the 4 rows means, and they're head-to-head stalls the cows lay. We use sand bedding. Sand is kind of what we refer to as a gold standard in cow comfort. You'll see that the cows can move the sand around, just like you would if you go to a beach. You take your kids to the beach and move around, mold it to whatever makes you comfortable. They're able to be as comfortable as possible in the stalls, and then in addition to that, it provides a grid on the floor for great footing and stability as the cows move around.
So along the sides here, what is this?
Okay, so we actually feed our cows what we call a TMR, or total mixed ration, but this is actually the cow food and the cows that the feed that the cows eat. We have a nutritionist that comes to the farm once a week, and as you can see, this is actually a dry cow diet, and you can see it's actually straw. The primary ingredients that would go into most of the diets on the farm here are corn silage, alfalfa haylage, which we raise on the farm as our forages, and then we'd add some other supplements. It looks like sawdust. It's pretty fine and chopped up. The reason we do that is that nutritionist formulates a diet, and we want to make sure that the diet that he's formulating is actually the diet that the cows are eating. What I mean by that is if there was long material in this, cows are pretty crafty and creative, and they can sort that diet out. So the one will eat all the goodies and the other one, so just as with kids, somebody eat all the cookies and somebody else gets stuck with the vegetables. Well, we blend them all together to make sure that they're all getting the same diet, and that diet's the one that the nutritionist and the vet are providing the support and the care and the information for.
Okay, okay. And as far as water, how do you provide fresh water for your cows?
So we have automatic waters in the barn. Typically each pen has 3 waters. They're 80 to 100 gallons each. Cows will drink, depending on temperature and production levels, between 25 and 35 gallons of water per cow per day. Water is a critical need for cows as much as feed, and so making sure that you're maintaining a clean, safe water supply for the animals is very important.
So here we are inside with all of your cows. Do they ever get a chance to go outside?
Actually, all the cows in this barn actually stay in this barn year-round. If you were to open the gate on this barn right now and there was a pasture outside, they would literally run out to the pasture and come back in. This is where they get to spend their whole day at. So. Okay,
you talk about comfort. What else do you do to make your cows comfortable?
This is a naturally ventilated barn. We provide curtains to make sure there's a windbreak in the wintertime. We provide circulation fans to provide additional cooling. The barns are scraped 3 times a day. Every time that we remove the cows to milk, we scrape the barns. We groom the stalls to keep them comfortable. One of the projects this year is we're adding additional cooling. So we actually put soakers into the barn. All those comforts that we add will actually allow the cows to stay indoors and be inside here and be comfortable.
So I think, Frank, this might be my favorite part of a farm, the babies.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about this barn that we're seeing, the different pens, the different ages.
Yeah, this is a new barn for us. This is actually a horse barn that we converted into a calf feeding barn. And this is actually a computer calf feeding system. So when a new calf's born, the age of range in calves in this barn would be from just born today to actually potentially 4 months old.
Okay.
And we still do have some individual pens, and this would be a calf that's about 3 days old right now that came down from the dairy, and we'll feed those calves in those pens for around 3 to 7 days off a bottle twice a day. The bottle holds about a half a gallon of milk, and we'll do that morning and night. And when they're drinking aggressively, then we'll place them into the pen on the feeder.
And now the buttons in the ears.
They have an ID in their ear, and you can see some of the ID tags right here, right in the top, this little button tag right here. and that's a radio frequency ID. And so when they go into the feeder stall, there's a nipple on the wall there. It's actually fed from back where the system feeds it, and it identifies the calf, and if she's eligible for a meal, it actually feeds her. And so she's on a meal plan, and it's a graduated meal plan. So when they come down here, we're feeding them 2 bottles a day, 1 at morning, 1 at night, and the bottle's about ½ a gallon.
Okay.
So, and we'll ramp them up to around 6.5 quarts.
Now, in the past, I've seen these little white houses that newborns are kept in. Do you use that? Do you not use that?
Just 2 different management feeding styles. We actually have used those. We still have some of those hutches. We chose this route because of the more periodic feeding that can be done, the group interaction faster. They don't have to transition to a group later. In most systems, you're going to feed the calves morning and night, labor-wise. So you're going to feed them twice a day. Here, most of these calves are eating around 4 to 5 meals a day, so more spread out, smaller meals, but more scattered throughout the day. But both systems are very successful. We've just chosen, as we move forward in technology, to go with this route rather than the other way. Cow comfort is the key to healthy cows and the key to great milk production and quality milk production as well. So we stop nothing short of trying to make the cows as comfortable as possible.